Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Samantha and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Sammy's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on her training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and Rich is also using a clicker and the occasional treat to keep her focused and having a good time. Now she is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking, and incorporated into that heel exercise is an automatic sit. So you will see that when Rich stops his feet, she has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So this makes walking her much more of a pleasure. If you're outside and you stopped across the street or talk to someone on the street, she should be sitting nicely at your left to wait for her next command, and she gets a click for a good job. This is your sit stay. It is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, you do not use her name. It's the one-word firm command to stay. When Rich returns back to her, she should remain seated until he gives her another command. He says, "Sammy, heel." You probably can't even hear him because he's talking very softly to her, because we don't want her to get overamped. She's a happy puppy. No matter what you do, she's going to be a happy puppy. Her tail never stops wagging. But you see that she stays right with Rich.
Stay.
This is another sit stay.
Stay.
And your job at home will be to lengthen out the amount of time she can hold it and the distance that you can go. This is your come on command. It's Sammy come or Samantha come. And she comes and sits. She's not jumping on you, scratching your legs, biting at your clothes.
That's it.
Rich will leave her in another sit stay.
Stay.
He walks away from her. She holds it. This is helping to develop self-control, focus, maturity. He calls her in and she comes in and sits, and he gives her a click and a little treat.
Thank you.
Now we're going to go to place. We're going to sit. We're going to down.
No. Down.
Good.
Stay.
This is your down or your lay down, but we just use the one-word command to down and stay. And again, you're going to lengthen out the amount of time she can hold it and the distance that you can go. Rich calls her in out of that. She comes and sits beautifully. And we can do that one more time for you. So you're going to substitute at least one of your play times during the course of the day with her with obedience training, and use your video as your guide.
Stay.
And don't worry about making a mistake, because she's going to confuse you more than you confuse her. And we have demonstrated for you her ability to heel, to sit automatically when you stop walking, to sit and stay, to sit, stay, and come, to lay down and stay, and to lay down, stay, and come. She is a trip. We've enjoyed having her. She has very much a mind of her own, but she's done a really good job. She's super smart. Please keep us posted, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training.
You're going.